the heart of Seoul, where dreams sparkled like the city lights, lived Kim Mi-ran. She was the definition of success, a rising star in her company, admired by her colleagues. Every day, she approached her work with passion and determination, building a life that seemed perfect from the outside. But beneath the shiny surface, cracks were starting to form. Her close friend and colleague, Ji-woo, began to watch her with envious eyes, resentful of Mi-ran's success. At the same time, the texts and calls from her boyfriend, Min-ho, became less frequent and more distant, leaving Mi-ran feeling alone even when she was with him. Then, everything changed in one moment. During a late night at the office, tired and overworked, Mi-ran made a small, honest mistake. It was a simple error, but it was all the opportunity Ji-woo needed. She twisted the situation, presenting it to their boss not as an accident, but as intentional negligence. The trust Mi-ran had built over years shattered in a single meeting. Mi-ran was fired. Stunned and humiliated, she packed her desk while her co-workers avoided her gaze. Desperate for comfort, she called Min-ho again and again, but her calls went straight to voicemail. Seeking solace, she wandered the city streets, only to see the two people she trusted most, Min-ho and Ji-woo, together in a cafe, laughing intimately. Their eyes met through the glass, and in that cold, silent moment, she understood the true depth of their betrayal. Her world had completely collapsed. Jobless, betrayed by her friend, and abandoned by her love, Mi-ran sat alone on the floor of her dark, silent apartment. The ambitious, vibrant woman she once was seemed like a distant memory, replaced by a hollow shell of sadness and despair. And then her phone lit up the darkness. It was her mother. The sound of that familiar, loving voice from her countryside home was a lifeline she didn't know she needed. Without a second thought, Mi-ran made a decision. She would leave the city that had broken her heart and return to the one place she had always been truly safe. As the bus carried her away from Seoul, the imposing glass towers slowly gave way to rolling green hills and golden rice fields. With every kilometer, the tight knot of anxiety in her chest began to loosen. The air smelled of earth and rain, not exhaust fumes. For the first time in weeks, she could breathe easily. When the bus arrived in the quiet village, her mother was already waiting at the stop. No words were needed. Mi-ran fell into her mother's open arms, and the weight she had been carrying finally crumbled. In her mother's embrace, surrounded by the simplicity of her childhood home, she felt a profound sense of peace. She was home, and she was loved. One morning, her mother took her to walk through the family's rice fields. "Look, Mi-ran," she said, pointing to the heavy stalks of rice bending gracefully towards the earth. "The most valuable grains bow the lowest. Remember, my daughter, true strength isn't about never falling. It's about having the humility to grow from your struggles." This simple lesson was a revelation. Miran began to heal, helping her mother in the garden and finding solace in writing down her thoughts, discovering a new strength she never knew she had. Miran's pain had become her purpose. She started a blog, sharing her journey and her mother's wisdom. Her honest story resonated with thousands, inspiring others who felt lost. She had lost her job in the city, but she found her true calling in the countryside. She learned that the greatest success is not a title or a salary, but a peaceful heart and a life filled with genuine love. She was finally, truly home.